the offlaner. We'll see. Gonna be Magic Wand, Soul Ring, pretty much the same thing as you buy on the off lane as starting items. You definitely need Echo Saber.
Yeah.
That item just feels natural for her.
I do get an immediate D-ward. Static Remnant, saying he was able to kill off the Observer. Scrooge McDuck over here, diving around in fountains of gold.
Stop jungling, let's push.
Ward down to scout out any couriers going into that bot lane. And it's an old school classic, isn't it? Bounty plus Darkseer, the Invis Ion Shell strat. Back in the old days of Darkseer Weaver, Darkseer Bounty.
They're swapping things around. I like that from OG. Saxa will be playing with the Morphling, so they are not going to be able to dive. Ancient Apparition doesn't really provide you with any kind of stuns. You can't stop them diving the tower, and also the Carapace setup is going to be really good.
What do you level up at a level 1 here for Saxa?
He might get Mana Burn and on Darkseer.
That's what I was wondering, and there it is. Potent ability against that Darkseer, who is heavily reliant on his mana pool early on.
Mana pool gone.
Ah, disappeared. It's absolutely gone, yeah. Bounty Hunter to some extent as well. He's wanting to shuriken people around. Does mean though, still, Sumail has to farm under tower because of the Iron Shell pressure. Shoving that wave in. Save gonna drag a responding wave from the Radiant side. Lock up this small camp.
It's actually gonna do the same thing. These are professional gamers, Gary. E-athletes.
Creating a 4th lane, breaking the 4th wall. Giving that free farm to Sumail. Sentry battle looks like it's going to be won here by Save. Bounty can continue playing Invis in and around that lane. The pressure onto Sumail. Anyway, with the Iron Shell and the right clicks. He's doing a lot of damage here to Saxa as well. A very oppressive start from VP in that bot spot, even with the mana burn spam onto DM. How are these other lanes going though? Because mid, you got Tops and Wind Ranger up against GPK Storm. Very even between the two.
Notail needs to be careful. That's the first blood. It's ton of damage. Once Dawnbreaker gets level 2, it's a bit too much. I also wouldn't mind seeing like an orb of venom. Doesn't sound too bad. The extra slow, and then Ancient Apparition is not gonna have a game. Or you can just get a boost of speed and have more movement speed than AA run him down.
Not able to scout out Kingslayer right now, hiding in the trees. Losing his courier down bottom. So many little annoyances coming out from Virtus Pro in these lanes. Saxa does drop the sentry ward after stunning up Save, but the vacuum back means Saxa's dragged into his own grave. Sumail has to waveform away. 7 stick, Fairy Fire, and of course that attribute shift. Allow him to dip back towards his tier 1 tower. Top lane. Player loses his courier as well. Oh, but Sumail, careful, hey? Waveform on cooldown for 3 seconds. If he's coming back in from Saxa, we'll be okay.
It's a level 2 shift. Saxa has Healing Cell. We'll use it on Sumail.
There it is.
Stupendous.
Time. Neb, up to some sneakiness over here. Dire sentry placed down by Kingslayer. Dell going to make sure his courier doesn't come into harm's way as they aim towards the IO. Seb with the 0-2-1 build, so no points in stun. Instead for that more farming, lane pressure-oriented build. On Nightfall, is he going to snipe the courier? Or he's going to give it a shot and he'll get that second touch.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Shame.
It's like GPK's Storm Spirit starting to take the lead up against Thompson's Wind Ranger in that mid lane.
GPK Storm brings back a lot of memories. This man just knows how to play the hero. A couple of clarities, brought the raindrop on top of it. Will spawn in a couple of seconds. Kingslayer also there just to secure. Not taken away from him.
Blocks the stack on the camp as well, so the efficiency Notail was going for gets cancelled out by the IO. They do close in on him here, and Seb has a point in stun at long last. Fairy Fire from Kingslayer. tether across and the stun misses out.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
He tried. If he does not connect stun mid-air, they don't get the kill. Now, no, they'll in a lot of trouble. One extra hit.
There it is. Seb looking to contest. Little pull camp. Get through the wave. Keep the pressure on top, but Dire Sentry yet again keeps vision on him. And Dawnbreaker just keeps on going, hammering into the Sand King.
It's insane how much damage this hero deals. Not only level 2, but... And now, Dawnbreaker's level 5. Getting very close. The phase boots can easily run him down. What Kingslayer needs to do is have a dust, have a sentry ward so they can keep killing the Sand King. No-Tail trying to make some stacks in the jungle where Sand King will be able to recover. Sand King TP's mid, refills the bottle, understands that it's very hard for him to lane top, so straight up efficiency. I think he's gonna farm the big camp.
Yeah, just come back. You keep that gold flowing in because, like you're saying, this Nightfall Dawnbreaker just hammers people into the ground when they do show up in top lane. Bottom not going particularly well for OG either compared to the other lanes. You know, yes, Sumail's 27 and 7. Darkseer hasn't really been shut down, even with that mana burn spam. It even looks like now Bounty Hunter trying to snipe out some couriers on the way back to base. You're going to find it with a Janada. He will crit straight through Sumail's courier. Thompson mid. Focus fire onto the storm. Coming in here.
Zoning ulti.
A couple of heroes though. Ball lightning back and forth. A two-man shackle shot connects on the IO behind. And GPK just keeps on going aggressively. Makes the play onto Thompson. Blowing up that Wind Ranger and now aiming for Saxa. DD Rune has spawned and GPK is going to get a full bottle refill.
Such a great move. Interesting play from Thompson. And the relocate. Oh, never mind. I'm just kidding, Gary. IO's level 4. Baited.
It's been a long day already, hasn't it, Lacoste?
No, I heard some noises. We're gonna see that again. Thompson, try to go for a Storm Spirit. Usually you go for this type of a play when you have Javelin. Didn't happen this time around. Power Thread was being delivered, and your Wind Run is already on cooldown.
And
you can't really do much.
That global presence. Vortex into Dawnbreaker arriving. Doesn't even need the Starbreaker to blow through Thompson. 2 deaths in a row. Quick succession of kills there for Virtus.pro and a 7-0 lead. Unlike previous games where we've seen OG, go behind like 12-2, it's a net worth lead for VP as well.
Save behind the tower, forcing No-Tail to land down a Centaur, so that's 50 gold down the drain. Seb, be careful. Seb has no dust, but Kingslayer has a Sentry Ward and the dust available.
A 7-minute push into tier 1 mid lane. A significant amount of damage onto that tower as well. Virtus.pro going to clear through the Radiant Triangle and return back into their lanes. Yeah, Miz about to crack level 6. Saxa continues with the mana burn. Yes, it's annoying. Not really shutting down the Darkseer completely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Suffering a little bit in the last hits now. But not too big a bother for him.
OG yet to get a kill, sitting at 0 at the moment. No-Tail also under level, level 3. 8 minutes in on Ancient Apparition. Nyx Assassin level 4. It's gonna be a struggle who gets that dome, because both of these heroes heavily rely on getting level 6 to be able to do stuff. Because Nyx Assassin, like, his spells don't scale that much, especially at the early levels. Seb?
Yeah, dusted up. And GPK, he ganks into that top lane. Tipping Thompson, save up too. He's toying with him. Toying with Thompson in that mid lane. Sax is also going to spot out GPK, the Storm Spirit. I mean, 72 CS. He's at 4,000 net worth, but the Dawnbreaker is still ahead of him, closing in on 5k. We're only 9 minutes into this game, Lacoste, and Virtus.pro, they are starting to run away with this.
Dawnbreaker is extremely farmed, as you mentioned. 4.7, 8k gold. It's gonna be Phase Boots, Wand, Soul Ring, and an Echo Saber. Like 10 minutes in, yeah, before 10 minutes.
It's gonna be crazy. Thompson trying to make the most of his jungle. He's got a nice juicy stack here. But look who's come to claim it. GPK says, no, 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 this is mine. They don't see where Thompson went, but they find Seb instead. He might get a burst strike off, and he does, moving in towards the DM dogs here. The shackle shot's good, but in comes Nightfall. The Dawnbreaker arrives, healing everybody up and swinging in towards Thompson, hammering the poor Wind Ranger into the river.
Man, this lineup
is a stomp.
Virtus Pro. All you need is Bounty Hunter being invis, providing vision, then Storm can zip, you can relocate, Dawnbreaker can use her ulti.
This is before Bounty Hunter even has level 6, right? Once we start adding tracks into the equation, that's gonna be an absolute slaughter, and I've missed another kill. No Tail drops down as Nightfall gets a solo kill, a wicked sick Dawnbreaker, 7-0-1, 8 out of 11 kills, 10 minutes in.
This is just insane.
Mid lane, Sumail. Okay, he's fine.
He's fine, he's Morphling, they don't have enough stuns, so he's gonna be okay. Only one with no deaths on OG at the moment.
0-0-0. Classic Morphling contribution for the first 10 minutes of the game.
Already deep vision placed in OG's jungle. I don't think that's gonna get awarded. Like, it's very hard when you're playing against Bounty Hunter to know whether there's a ward or he's scouting you.
Can they kill Thompson? Here, they're trying. The Ice Blast misses. Storm Spirit's back in on top of him. GPK with a backup of the IO. He's going to zip away. Not following through fully there, respecting OG in their ability to react to the situation. But instead, moving it towards bottom lane. Saxa is tracked up. Still level 5.
Steal his money.
Get that cash. Carapace and the stun back. Saxa pulls them away in the vacuum there from DM. But Sumail's come down. He wants to have a play with this one. Vacuum himself back in towards DM. And Sumail. He surged back. Oh, still gets the kill.
First kill on the board. This might be the combo that they're gonna need. Vacuum from Morphling into Sanking Stun into Ancient Apparition Blast.
And then Nick's Impale as well, right? You've got the Burrow and the Impale. Double bug stun. Saxa pulled upon though. Tracked up and money gonna be flowing into the bank accounts of GPK.
Dawnbreaker has ulti available once again, so you gotta be careful about that. Stun, heals,
Dire's middle tower
Sanctioned
is under
Relic.
attack.
Is that the Radiance or?
I guess so.
Just-
I don't.
I want more damage. Give me Relic.
Radiance might be a bit tough against Nyx Assassin.
Divine Rapier?
But we'll see. Could be Nullifier, I don't know. Might be Nullifier against
For the Wind Ranger.
Yeah. Speaking
Speaking of Wind Ranger, Thompson in an awful lot of trouble. Tries to go for the kill over onto Save, and he does get the life claimed as Storm Spirit stunned up under his own tier 1 tower. Mid lane, OG get themselves a couple of sweet kills. But Nightfall found the finish onto Thompson. Seb with a burrow ready. And moves forward with a Tumbler's Toy. Another stun from the Impale, but Io with a relocate save. Kingslayer there. Make sure Nightfall is safe and sound, but OG finally getting into action.
And they're getting the kills that they need on the board. All 3 towers still alive for OG, so that's what matters, and they're putting the pressure on mid. Also, Ancient Apparition, you need to make something happen with your ulti. It got nerfed so hard, from 40 seconds to 60 seconds level 1.
Are we going in on this? GPK says absolutely. We go on to Seb. The Burrow Strike straight through the middle of the ball. The ball dropped. Where's the vacuum? DM wants it. 2 men caught up. Saxa Sumail. Both with illusions up of them. And Sumail on the run. But maybe with that Ice Blast flying across, he's going to try and make his way out. But stunned and chain disabled as they destroy OG.
And Virtus Pro is playing some beautiful Dota. They're just running at them. Apparently, you don't need stuns. Play Dota.
13 minutes in, 17-3, 6k lead. Tier 1 tower drops.
No matter what you want to buy, once someone has a Nullifier, this might be the fastest Nullifier ever if he decides to go for. I don't think it's going to be Radiance because of the Nyx Assassin.
Yep.
Wants to be able to ruin Wind Ranger, can buy a Ghost Scepter, can buy a Glimmer Cape, Force Staff, any defensive item. This hero just completely ruins it. Not hero,
So
but
good.
the item, and he's getting very close to it. Mech done on your position 4 bounty.
Beautiful stuff. So now you're going to have the Io with a locket soon. Mech on this bounty. Tons of sustain. Yeah, usually you think, against Ancient Apparition, you don't want to go heals, but I guess when you start doubling down like this, you just wait for Ice Blast to end and you're able to heal after it. Watch that back. GPK just says, I'm going in. DM from that bottom right-hand corner made damn sure his wall was well placed. He just with no response, no recourse whatsoever.
And these are all track kills, so 7k gold lead for Virtus.pro. Big zip.
Hey, look at GPK. Straight towards the Wind Ranger. Balls up. They've got another great wall drop. Thompson's on the run. Focus on the Saxa. Another quick and easy kill for them. Another track one and a beyond godlike Dawnbreaker. What are we at now? 10-0-4. GPK. He wants more. Oh, the epi. Seb with the burrow. Straight back towards the Storm Spirit, but the heel on the back. Not enough this time. Kingslayer will fall as well while Save. He's on the run. OG with a response. Oh, good TP, good invis. He's not quick enough.
Bit too late. Nicely done by OG. Sanking, hiding into trees, into Shackle, and then he follows it up with Epicenter into Burrow Strike. He's actually going Radiance. Radiance is queued up for Dawnbreaker.
Oh, what's happening, is it? Interesting. I was fully sold on the Nullifier. Down real good.
Yeah, I'm very good at lying, Gary, and convincing people.
Apparently so. Poker player. Thompson locking the Javelin, so he's going to go Javelin in B, it looks like.
It's necessary against Darkseer, Storm Spirit jumping you.
Oh, GPK.
Storm.
Not this time, buddy. The
there it is.
Oh,
the classic OG.
That's got to feel rough for GPK.
Is under attack.
They were ready and waiting for him.
We'll see if this Radiance, pays off. You already have overtime damage is good. Stacking overtime damage is good. You're just playing against Nyx Assassin.
And you're this far ahead. Radiance always feels like such a good item. Knowing that you've got heals behind you as well. Sustain into a Radiance hero. Just keeps that damage going and going. But now OG have some tools of their own. Blink Dagger Sand King is coming. Ranger. Short of the BKB. But the E-Blade from Sumail.
Save,
getting
pinging
closer
it out.
and closer.
He's going for those couriers. Deep observer board placed. Let's one. Bit short.
Oh. Sand King's one. Oh. Ooh. He's thinking about it. Where's he heading?
It's a lot of couriers.
There's one. AA's courier. Is he going to kill it?
Scanning.
He doesn't want to. So he wants to fight. He doesn't want to snipe a courier. He wants to fight. He wants to battle. Force to stun. Burrow Strike spent. No tail. Caught out by the Storm Spirit. Ball lightning in and Saxa. Dragged back with a Vortex. In comes the Dawnbreaker to start break the Nyx Assassin while Sumail has to waveform into the trees. Ancient Apparition, held tight by the Shackle shot. In comes Seb with the Epi Burrow. Beautiful in there with a vacuum back from Sumail as well. The Radiance burn not appearing to do too much, but with a heal coming in, GPK's kept alive and they blow through Thompson. Seb, he's got another Burrow. He's doing a decent chunk of damage and Sumail wants to finish on GPK, but he's surged. DM gets the Storm out of harm's way, dodging danger every step of the way, and Sumail chain stunned into oblivion.
Well, the healing from the Dawnbreaker, it was a good executed combo once again from OG. I believe Save did not want to reveal the ward that he placed inside the base because they would know something is up. Did not want to kill the couriers, instead just went in and attacked the, I believe it was No Tail. This fight's still not over.
No, Saxa is looking for this Dawnbreaker. Oh, this is a massive kill if they can have it. Another Burrow, the stuns are coming, but Nightfall's still alive. Have they got heals for her? Nightfall, all the wand popped up, and IO with a Storm Spirit looking for Saxa instead, dragged into the Remnant. Saxa's dead.
Regeneration.
AA Blast will miss. Kingslayer takes Nightfall with him. You can disassemble Echo Saber. Do you want to have BKB in those fights, especially with Radiance against Nyx Assassin? So I assume Nightfall will do that.
See it back. So that was Save, setting things up, keeping that vision going.
Scanning.
And OG, even though they found the Bounty Hunter, spending a stun on Bounty means you don't have the stun for the Storm. If you don't have the stun for that Storm, GPK, he's going to dance all over your grave.
Shane?
This is the combo. OG already said it. Because they were in a tough spot. They will need to pull off Vacuum into Nyx Assassin Stun, into Shackle, Epi, more Burrow Strike. You really don't have the best hero to turn into this game. Darkseer is definitely the best one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dire's middle tower
Got to
is
be.
under attack.
Oh, Kingslayer, he's dug up a Kobold. Sentry there, will spot Saxa coming. Might also give away this Radiant Vision they've got very deep. They're bleeding the charge off to the west side of the map. Dave scouts him out. Tracking Seb, but look at GPK. Waiting to see who else shows up here. 2-3 heroes from VP are still in that mid lane. Storm doesn't want to show his face just yet.
Done. Finally, big item. He got some more fob.
Yeah, he did. And Sax is there to back him up. But look at that global presence, the representation from VP. Thompson turns with a BKB. They take down Nightfall. Streak now gone. GPK, any more stuns? He TP's home. Barely surviving. Save under a Radiant Sentry. Does get scouted just for a split second there. And no tail. Yeah, catches with the dust. Burrow Strike, yeah, you can hold it. Don't need to spend it just yet. Give him the high fives instead. And Thompson will look to clear up the kill.
I know I'm a good shot.
Radiance, this time around, no BKB. Also not going for disassemble option. You can still go back to Echo Saber. That's really good. He could have had the BKB that fight instead of he bought Augur Axe. Big mistake. Also, I would prefer if that's a nullifier. You're still playing into Nyx Assassin. You're gonna change down you for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Radiant's starting to feel like an awkward choice for them.
OG is making a comeback. I see Morphling queuing up Aghanim Scepter. Then you can turn into Nyx. There's so many good targets you can morph into your own team. Inner Wind Ranger with another Shackle. Sanking with the Burrow Strike.
A DM. Link stun from Sable started off that real quick jump. Apparently not quick enough. He's able to scurry away from there thanks to the Force Staff of the Bounty Hunter.
Saxa was trying to go on a creep that had Iron Shell on. Didn't manage to land the stun there.
Vibes to fight another day. Breaker BKB is all but complete. Thompson. Oh, GP.
我不理解。
Cheeky devil, isn't he? Always looking for the aggressive option. Looks like, yeah, they want to smoke. Make a
Thompson
play.
He's always been a master, innovative in terms of items. BKB, after finishing the Maelstrom, I see Gleipnir. I really like that. It's a great setup for Burrow Strike, great setup for Nyx Assassin Stun, Shackle, you name it, and keep Storm Spirit in place after BKB.
It's also a great way to use a stun on a bounty or a storm to force them to either BKB or mech without using Burrow, right? Because you want to burrow after the start of the fight. As the focus fire from Thompson launched towards GPK, forcing a bit of heal and sustain while Seb takes down Save. That's very deep from Thompson though, still contending with his entire VP squad. Is he not going to be able to survive through that? Nightfall now, BKB's up, but the invis out from Saxa. Oh, it doesn't work. He's tracked, turns with a 2-man stun. It's beautifully done, but OG, they've got to turn, run away from VP.
Rest of the team does not have this ability called Wind Run, so they cannot follow. Thompson needs to be a bit more careful. Also decided to go for the Storm with the BKB, so those Maelstrom procs are not going to do any damage. I think next big timing for OG is that Aghanim Scepter on Morphling. And possibly a Gleipnir. Sanking also getting a BKB for himself. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity. Great. Stand their own ground.
It's mad though, isn't it? How you can be so stomped in lane, getting demolished by this Dawnbreaker who went 10-0 10 minutes into the game, and it still feels like OG have a really solid chance of winning these fights and winning the match. Virtus Pro still with a lot on their plate. These team fights have got to go exactly as they envision. Roshan being scouted out. Power shots there, GPK, long ball in. Forces No-Tail to Ice Blast him, but the two supports from OG being dispatched with quickly. Epicenter from Seb though, with a burrow forward. Kingslayer's down, no IO anymore, but that crit. Nightfall just whacks straight into Seb. IO buys back as well, while Thompson chases GPK, but he's got mana to play around with. Ball lightning into the vortex, GPK hunts the Wind Ranger. Thompson, he's desperate for it. Where's the rest of VP? Nightfall comes in a little bit too late, but they've killed off 3 of OG regardless. And with the wall illusion, Starbreaker's coming, Nightfall is chasing, Thompson is running. Gets out of danger.
A bit too far. Also, Nyx Assassin bought back and died after that again, so his item progression is not gonna be there. So Mail still tracked.
Just business, nothing personal.
Да нет, друг, я не оправдываю.
Looks like Virtus.pro don't want a Roshan anymore though.
I don't think they have enough damage. Like this was a good pull from GPK. Thompson realizes a lot of BKB was there, a lot of seconds, and then decides to run him down with the ulti.
He's going to try and run down DM at this point. Towards the Darkseer. Does have Seb as backup again, just trying to hold on to these tree lines, hide away in the fog, look for any opportunity to strike back, but OG are in full retreat mode.
Wind Ranger at this point lacks a bit of damage. I want to see what his next item after Gleipnir is going to be. Maybe like a casual Crystallis, or you can go for MKB, but definitely need a damage item. GPK will pick up double damage, getting caught off his Aghanim Scepter. Morphling just finished his.
Structures are fortified.
Pulling Ags. Turned into Sand King.
Radiant's top tower.
Long range burrow strikes, they are a coming. Epicenter, fake pump. What's the vision looking like right now? I mean, Dire has an observer ward up here and down there. Radiant kind of lacking in vision apart from this one ward north of the Roche pit. Their scan does connect and turn red. But OG, they're tracked up. Sand King, Thompson, all spotted out. Now a track onto Saxa, I mean, save, just keeping the vision on them on Sumail. The burst strike long range, he wants to blow up Kingslayer. He does get the job done, no buyback on him, but he's dead anyway. Doesn't shift, doesn't survive. Saxa hounded by GPK and Virtus.pro. They're on the chase forward. Seb with the epicenter, looking for the Blink Burrow, catching him out. And down goes the Dawnbreaker. GPK still with the DD rune going though. Shackle Shot won't lash behind him. Turns to blow up Thompson and DM on a killing spree.
These are all track kills.
Money, money, money. And it comes towards VP. Seb, nothing left to give. 21 charges, but no burrow, no blink, no survival. OG gonna be wiped off the face of the map.
6 track kills in a row for Virtus.pro. I mean, they lost the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker has a buyback. Did not want to use it there. Next time they respawn, they can go inside a pit. Yeah, it's a 5,000 gold difference. AA Blast hit Storm Spirit or a Dawnbreaker and IO, so they just wanted to go in. With the Morphling, try to connect, maybe land a stun, missed, gave them vision. It's just rest of the team was not able to connect. We can see that those heroes, so IO managed to drop instantly.
Hey, even though they killed off the IO straight away,
Sumail didn't get the shift off. That's the biggest problem of that fight.
Yeah. Right. And now, OG staring down the barrel of a GPK Storm who has BKB and works towards a Bloodstone. Sumail this time does shift strength. Roshan still alive. First one of the game. Both teams continue to vie for control around the pit.
Dawnbreaker, level 20, didn't talk about her talents. -1 luminosity attacks required, so it attacks, not too bad.
Has been killed.
What was Thompson's courier doing over there? Not feeling too safe about it. Goes for an attempt on to save, but that's now BKB and Focus Fire down. Just desperately scramble around Roshan, not wanting to give it to VP. Means Nightfall pulling creeps, farming waves.
Pulling creeps 29 minutes in. Efficiency.
Pretty good. And this is all while OG are holed up on their high ground in this Radiant Triangle.
Attack.
Yet again, Sumail is into Sand King. Save spotted under the sentry. OG considering their options here. They throw the Gleipnir, Storm in and out. And he's dancing on Seb as the Ice Blast flies towards the air. But Nightfall's arriving as his own BKB, and the Seb Burrow Strike doesn't get him to high ground. So the Dawnbreaker whacks him down. Sumail's back in though. Oh, Nightfall dropping very low pretty quickly. The cold feet there, not going to snap, and the relocate doesn't take him back. Virtus.pro, a 1-for-1 trade, which OG are going to be happy about. Unless GPK finds a bigger fit. Oh, Sumail blown up again. The storm cut through the trees on the left and finds the key target. Buyback though from 2 of OG. Epicenter stun finds GPK.
And these are worth buybacks for OG because they will get the Roche, they will get the kills, and they will get a lot of gold from those.
They're going to find Kingslayer as well, potentially. He's got Glimmer and Holy Locket, but look at the cavalry. It's coming charging over the hills. Thompson, Sam, and Sumail. Not going to get him. Let
him go for that Roche. They need to give Aegis the Morphling because he just bought back. Seb did not pop a BKB. He was holding it and then just Dawnbreaker crit him.
I'm loving No Tails items at this point, though. Tranquil's wand.
Trying to get a Blink Dagger next.
Oh, he's got 2 clarities on Courier.
6 slotted if he splits
You
it.
make best situation out of no situation.
Plenty, look at him.
Shame.
Aghanim Scepter coming up for a Wind Ranger, it looks like. Not going to go for a damage item, but instead go for that Wind Run.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Evasion is not bad. These heroes don't have weight to pierce through it. Hanking Shard, one of my favorite ones. It was
Dire's
kind of
middle
meh,
tower is
but
under
now
attack.
it doesn't sound too bad. 1 pulse of Epicenter. It also adds extra 20 damage. No
Whoopsie.
fail, getting caught one more time, no buyback, 45 seconds.
Of course it happens when I'm taking a sip of drink. Double damage rune. Thompson very gladly finds it. But I think Virtus.pro know that OG is split. With AA down and 2 heroes that were showing bottom not too long ago.
Are scanned.
VP are angling for that mid lane fight. And they're on to Thompson. Can he BKB in time? He can, and with the Wind Run he turns to battle. Dusting out from Saxa, rooting up onto Save, and Seb's there. The Sumail Morphling catches him with a double stun. Thompson's still alive somehow. Finally brought down by GPK. Seb's BKB going to work and burrows to the high ground, but Storm Spirit's still on his tail. But look at Sumail!
From Sumail.
The 2-man burrow with the Impale. Kingslayer's got the heels behind with the tether, while OG they reset and rethink.
Seb, pumping that Epicenter. Virtus.pro realized we can take a fight. They knew Ancient Apparition did not have a buyback. They just went in. Because it's serious amount of damage and stopping the healing from Dawnbreaker, from Io is a big deal. Io upgraded the Shard that are now stuns. And it also deals 150 damage.
Got a wonderful neutral item for himself as well. Stone on the IO, keep that
When
gold ticking
Io was
over.
first introduced, that was his ability.
Yeah.
Stun.
It was like CK IO, you know?
Tiny Io, stun people.
They also used to get vision from the balls as well, didn't you?
Yep.
So you would orb, reality rift, stun with the tether, stun with the CK, job's done. Dawnbreaker position 1. Still top of the net worth. Don't know,
Dire's bottom tower
there's
is
something
under attack.
off that doesn't feel quite right. It's not that super hard carry. Feels like Morphling is going to have the upper hand as this game goes later and later.
Is under
A
attack.
lot of heroes in this game bought Shard. Even Dawnbreaker gives you magic immunity during the Starbreaker. plus a BKB, and then you get 2 charges on level 25, which he is getting close to.
Oh, nice. Plenty of time left on this Aegis. A minute and a half for Sumail, and that's why the rest of his squad are smoking. I think, yeah, Thompson was just tracked up though, and even though the Lotus Orb comes, no, Virtus Pro will know something's up.
Just business. Nothing personal.
So back to pruning the waves, maintaining the lanes, keeping yourselves out on the map here as GPK looks to finish off that Bloodstone.
Virtus Pro does not want to take a fight until Aegis expires. It's going to be very soon. Less than a minute.
GPK thinking about it. See some pings onto No-Tail there. Yeah, I think No-Tail realizes
GPK
something's up.
He's thinking about it, no doubt.
Keeping my eyes on this one. I'm not going to miss another one. Look at that. No-Tail puts the vortex down and blinks away. Sod off, GPK. I don't want to get involved with you. Storm TP's in mid, so it looks like smoke time for Virtus Pro. Aegis going to be reclaimed very shortly. 15 seconds, in fact. 2 heroes in mid. Thompson shows if they can find a fight down bottom, and there's no way here for Thompson or for No-Tail to make their way across the map. Look at this vision. Hiding in the trees, the double bugs and Sumail behind them. Not going to get scouted, not going to get picked off. And the scan even connects on the save. Oh, the dire scan sees him. GPK makes the long ball in. Trying to find Seb, Sand King. He doesn't BKB yet. Doesn't BKB at all.
Could have tried a BKB and just possibly TP out. No buyback for 1 minute and 40. And those extra seconds when he fought back in the previous fight are now added. 1.5 minutes without a Sanking. That also means that Morphling can't turn Sanking anymore. Probably the next target will be Wind Ranger. Double Shackle, double Wind Run.
GPK wants a refresher orb on form.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I've seen a refresher shard, just not the refresher orb. Double cool.
Jeez, back wall onto 3 with the vortex. Beautiful from Virtus Pro. Saksa, he will finally fall while No-Tail slammed down by Nightfall. Thompson with Sumail. They're aiming this Dawnbreaker, and yeah, they've got it trapped in the Gleipnir, but they've still got to turn tail and run. They cannot stand their ground without any stuns. Sumail and Thompson. Oh, are they done for? They're going to get caught out and chased down. Thompson, the Shuriken, bounces back onto him. But GPK's out of mana. They run low on resources. Well, he's got Bloodstone with 16 charges, but the Shackle Shot will hold them back. Good little move from Thompson and Sumail, but another back in again. Thompson down and Nightfall, BKB's up. Saxa's brought back for this. Do they have any reveal?
Nightfall needs to be careful. This is a lot of damage from him. He's gonna solo kill him.
Saxa solo kills the Dawnbreaker. Does buy back and might be paying with his life, but it looks like GPK wants nothing more to do with this.
No mana left on Bounty. Shackle. Oh, what is that angle?
That's a Sumail angle, that's what it is. Shackle Shot from the high ground down to low ground. Bends. Like Grin wanted.
It's just a great
Chain up the stuns. Could be game over for OG. Buyback wise, how are we looking? OG have 1 buyback available, that's the Ancient Apparition. VP have 2, and here we go, on to Thompson we go. The Scythe of Vice, but no real follow through. So that was save showing his. DM still smoked and has his hidden. G, precarious position. Going from low ground to high ground right now. And Nightfall, of course, can quickly join in. GPK, the turnaround from Seb, gets the stun in onto save. Ice Blast coming, but won't connect. Nightfall bails back out as VP, they reset. The wall's already been dropped, but Seb spent his BKB. Thompson and Sumail struggling to really get into a fight and do anything.
Those Morphling illusions are causing a lot of issues. Like, you need to be able to burst him down with the Ethereal Blade, which you kind of don't want to. You want to save that, but you might need to.
Oh, Seb. He's jumped in aggressively. Sumail with a burst strike. BKBs himself up. They get another burrow forward with a 3-man. With a Vortex, GPK. He catches backlines, but doesn't kill anyone off. Thompson destroys the Storm. No buyback on him. Focus fires and gets a double kill. Save now. Side beat down. Can't do a thing.
And Roche will respawn in 40 seconds. Virtus.pro, how are we buyback-wise? They have one on Iode. Bounty Hunter does not have one, but Hex, Storm Spirit also not have a buyback. Dawnbreaker just deals a ton of damage, but those shackles, like once you get focused by a focus fire and Windranger's getting closer to level 25, I also want to see which talent he's going to choose. Focus fire, like last 20 seconds, if you get a kill, sounds really good. You can just use it again.
Yeah, especially after the last fight where he got 2 kills.
5 seconds until the Roche spawn. So the very annoying Ice Vortex, you're fighting there constantly, just combination of sanking, stunning people.
2,500 max mana pool.
Yeah, and also being able to dispel the crack, purge it off.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Super handy. VP now, even though they've had this net worth lead for the entire game, feel like they're playing from behind once more, but a 2-man Vortex, jumping from Dawnbreaker, wall dropped on the Thompson too. He BKBs and turns to fight them. Storm Spirit has to zip away. Nightfall, Shackle shot in. Sumail's in with the burrows around. The Impale's hit onto 2 of them.
He's
They've got the E-Blade. Nightfall in trouble. Hexed up on the side though. It's GPK trying to come in with another Vortex. Yes, Nightfall satanic up and healed to full. Sumail loses the Aegis.
He couldn't get the Satanic off.
But Seb's back in with another big burrow. OG wants to continue fighting. I'm not sure that's the greatest plan though, as Nightfall is brute forcing ya. Triple kills OG.
Well, I can say for certain, Gary, that after this game, we're gonna see more of a Dawnbreaker carry.
Oh,
because
yeah.
this hero has some sick talents. Shackle on a bounty. Not enough damage. Not enough damage, and there are a couple of buybacks available. Fortunately, Saxa does not have one. I think we had like 20 buybacks in this game.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose track. Well, we've got a few more. Morphling and Windranger both have buyback available. Do Dawnbreaker, Darkseer, Storm, and Bounty Hunter. DD Rune at spawn bottom. Not scouted by the courier. VP. Bigger fish to fry. Focusing on high ground. They want tier 3s. They want barracks. Try and put this game to an end. Yeah, they have led the entirety of the game, even though OG have weaseled themselves into positions. Alright, looks like comebacks are possible. Losing out on your buildings now. Yeah.
There's the Gale Force.
Gale Force pushing them around. GPK, BKBs. They're focusing on the Windranger. Thompson shredded. Buyback forced out from him. Sumail has to waveform back towards Fountain though. And you're losing out on your bottom lane of barracks. Nightfall shifts into that mid lane. They've got a Morphling Illusion from the wall to play with too.
Shackle does not connect.
They focus fire on their Dawnbreakers. Nightfall straight into the mix behind the tier 4. Sumail barely waveforms away. Great gliding there out from Thompson, but the little piggy sprinting around while Seb. Epicenter Burrow kills off the 2 supports and Sumail gets a double kill. Off the back of Seb stuns.
And they need to run down the mid lane. Also double damage is available on the right side, so they need to pick it up. Thompson, he already knows. He's just checking the rune. Will be pleasantly surprised by what he sees.
Why, hello there.
Give it to Sumail.
We do have triple buybacks ready for VP. Darkseer, he's smoked up, hiding in his base. There's one of them. Bounty Hunter returns. What an incredible game between these two undefeated teams at TI10 so far.
Virtus.pro, they will need to use buybacks. 50 seconds, double damage on Sumail.
They have no choice. I mean, look at that. Even through backdoor regeneration, Sumail making short work of the buildings.
Glyph is popped, 40 seconds. All 3 heroes.
Side, back. In comes Seb though, they've got the burrows and the stuns, but they're losing so quickly on Sumail's HP. Now he gets back in with a Satanic, the turnaround and nearly blows up Save. Misses out ever so barely with that shotgun play, but that might be enough for OG to say, okay, hey, they triple board back on 2 of their big cores as well. Let's just sit, relax, reset, look for our opening.
Whoever loses a core that just bought back will have tremendous advantage. EM needs to be careful.
He does have buyback, one of the few heroes that currently has it. And there comes Seb, yet again setting up for OG.
Dire's top tower.
Bottom lane is pushing in. Only 1 catapult. OG, they will want to take a fight. They want to force another buyback.
Stop jungling, let's push.
DM has buyback and vacuum wall. 2 of the most important tools here that VP has. Add in the Hex and this Darkseer, an imperative part. Virtus.Pro's team fight. Aeon Disc now up on No Tail while he sits back with his beautiful Blink Dagger. Trickster's Cloak.
If GPK manages to buy that Refresher, that could be a game changer. Sells the wand, sells the Soul Ring. Might be it. Like double pull while you're in the wall, the double Hex from both Bounty Hunter and Darkseer could make a change. They're still not going for it. Like, they're really afraid right now to go for all in, try to force a buyback, because they just might lose. You get Hexed, buyback coming up from the Darkseer. Look at Zeb. That level 25 talent is insane. 40% slow and blind.
Oh, but look at that. Bottom lane. Save gets on top of No Tail. Ancient Apparition gone, but OG looking to respond. Can't stop the TP's home. So now we're back into a 5v4, but this time favoring Virtus.Pro. G, what do? Run back to your base, cower and hide, wait for VP to come to you. They're smoking. They're coming. 4,500 HP on this Dawnbreaker. Incredible power and strength from those thighs, propelling VP towards victory.
All the high ground, there's a gem on the ground. Thompson, want to pick it up? Already has one. Don't need to.
Slayer. Ward is spotted. VP only have 1 lane pushing in. Bottom and top gonna start trending in towards that, but Dooman with that 2-man vacuum and the wall, no real follow through. I was expecting a bit more there. Gale Force causing some issues. Sam and Thompson make the play in towards
they blow him up?
Yes,
Yes,
Darkseer dying. Nightfall's forward as well. They blow up 2 cores. No buyback on Nightfall, and Save's in trouble as well. The epicenter double burrow gives triple kill to Sam.
That's game. They don't have the buybacks on these heroes.
No Tail doesn't even have the voice line, but he's gonna drop the rat-ta-ta-ta anyway.
He already used all of his voice lines, so he just went for the triple.
Oh my goodness, but a minute and a half, no Dawnbreaker, no Bounty, no IO, Storm and Darkseer, they're all that VP has.
Now that's the budget voice line. If you have no money, if you used everything, look at this graph.
It's the first time OG has been in the lead this entire game. 50 minutes of VP dominance turned on its head.
They need to go. 75 seconds without a Dawnbreaker. Bottom lane is approaching, but you have 2 Wind Rangers in your base. They also have no glyph.
Go tier 4s! OG have done it, boys! They're gonna close this one out! 35 to 53, they were down like 20 kills, and now they're winning! Victory's within sight, DM tries, he's got a BKB up and GPK zips in, but what can a Storm do on his own? Absolutely nothing! He's stunned, he's disabled, DM's gone!
Gary, when it's time to call it, it is time to call it.
GG!
Man, what a comeback from OG in this game. This is why Dota is such a beautiful game. I mean, I watch the other esports, but this is what